Hello everybody, it's The Worm, and I'm back with... Well, maybe I should hold off on a second. You know, would you guys mind if I ranted a bit? I know this is kind of coming out of nowhere. There's been... this is something entirely unrelated to Raging Loop in this current Let's Play, but something's happened recently, and I feel the need to get it off my chest. I'm gonna go ahead and make a chapter, I think, in the video, and if you want to just skip ahead, feel free, because this has nothing to do with the upcoming video. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make a little rant here, and then we'll do the normal intro recap and then the game itself. Does that sound all right? Okay. So, well, Let's Plays, right? I'm doing one right now. And I think I've said in the past that part of my reason for doing Let's Plays is I really enjoy watching other Let's Plays, other people playing these sorts of games. And part of what I enjoy about that process is, well, I like stories and getting into stories and kind of analyzing them and digging deep and trying to understand the characters and the whole situation and all that jazz. You know, that's what I've set out to do, and I hope I've been able to do that, at least in a somewhat entertaining way. I'm sure that's... I'm sure you could... I'm sure my grades will probably vary on that front. But in any case, when I watch Let's Plays, I tend to try and look for that sort of thing in other people. I want to see people who are willing to get into the nitty-gritty and try to make the effort to understand what's going on and to really get invested like I get invested, you know? So, anyway, there was this... I'm going to keep this vague. There was a guy who recently started a playthrough of a game that I happen to like, okay? I'm not going to say who he is, and I'm not going to say what the game is, but supposedly this person has said in the past that, you know, the story and the lore, you know, they are really interested in that sort of thing. And the stuff I've seen, some stuff that I've seen previously from him would seem to suggest that. And so I was excited to see, you know, his reaction to this game. And this was, I don't know if this might have something to do with he was streaming it rather than making it video episodes like I've been doing. But anyway, he's streaming this game, playing it for the first time. And pretty quickly, a sort of trend emerges. And he seems to not be able to help himself, where, like, every line of dialogue, he has to make this snarky comment or make a joke or some sort of something. I don't know. It's just... I mean... I just... It pissed me off. that's all I wanted to say. It you know, and the thing was, and he would also critique it too, and he had some good things to say. It was a mixed bag of opinion here, but really, I just found myself over and over saying, like, can't you cool it for just a few minutes? Just take a chill pill and just actually, I don't know, if you have to say something, can you at least talk about what's happening on the screen? Why do you have to keep making jokes and these snarky comments? And, you know, I have to wonder, maybe, I've not seen much of the guy, I've only seen a little bit. Maybe that's his... Well, see, the thing is, he does videos and streams, and from the videos, I didn't get this sense of him. So when I saw him stream the game, that's part of why I was disappointed, you know? He seemed to do pretty good analysis of stories in his videos, but on the stream, it wasn't that. It wasn't, and I was just disappointed. So I don't know. The thing is, not everything on the internet has to be for me, and that's perfectly fine. Maybe his audience is younger than I previously thought it could be, and maybe he thinks he has to make these jokes and say these sorts of things in order to keep their attention or something. I don't know. Or maybe that's just how he's like. That's how he is casually. When he's not making a video. Instead, when he's just streaming and it's a sort of stream of consciousness thing, maybe he's just always making jokes, and that could be fine. But yeah, the issue I think is with me, really. It's just it was my expectations and what I wanted out of a Let's Play. And the thing is, if he's enjoying the game and enjoying his time with it, that should be the be-all end-all, right? It's not like he's doing it for me. It's just, I don't know. Sorry. Sorry for the rant. It was somewhat disappointing. Because, when it's a game you like, you're biased. You enjoy this game, you enjoy the story in this game, and you want other people to enjoy it too, and then they don't. Or maybe they don't enjoy it in the same way, and maybe that's very petty of me to think, I think that's fair enough. It's just, what I need to do is just not watch his playthrough of the game. That's what I need to do, because if it's just gonna frustrate me, I just shouldn't put myself in that position. Anyway, that's pretty much it. It's kind of a silly thing. It's just, I just wanted to vent a bit. But has that ever happened to any of you guys? You wanted to watch a playthrough of a game, and then the person playing it or you wanted to watch a playthrough of a game you liked, and then the person you were watching just ends up either trashing it or not playing it in the way you would prefer, and just kind of gets on your nerves, because that's been my experience lately. Again, this now that I've been able to sort of speak my thoughts and get it out of my system, it feels pretty petty, all things considered. But yeah, okay, all right, let's reset. I got that out of my system, got that off my chest. Now I can relax. Now I can play a game that I am enjoying in the way that I like. So let's do that, shall we? I'm gonna take a quick break, and when I get back, we will be back where we left off, and we will do a quick recap and begin. Okay, see you in a second. Okay, we are back in it. We are back for Raging Loop, and we are in dire straits, unfortunately. Last time, everything seemed to have gone to plan. In the aftermath of Kaori's execution, we were able to have her status as a wolf confirmed by Yoshitsugu, and our position of the snake seems to have solidified. We then used this in order to call Kyo a wolf. And although the whole feast took a while, we eventually got the result we wanted, which was to have Kiyonosuke hanged as a wolf. We seem to be on the cusp of victory, and unfortunately, one small little mistake seems to have thrown everything out of whack. What was the mistake, you might ask? Well, I presume you already know. I mean, why would you ask that? You probably watched the episode before this. But anyway, I'll tell you again. It was that we lent or gave Haru a flashlight. Yep, that was it. That's all it took. Because that flashlight didn't look like it belonged to her. And so why would she have it? Where did it come from? That was enough to draw suspicion onto her. Now, they were looking for the flashlight because Mamiya just had to remember that, there was a gun involved in one of the deaths earlier, and we still haven't found it. So they just decided to do a sweep of the village, try to find this thing. Didn't find that, but they found the flashlight. So Haru was not able to think of an excuse on the spot. She froze like a deer in headlights. And right as we were about to attempt to say something, Yoshitsugu was able to catch on to the atmosphere. He was able to understand that, okay, whatever this means, it means that Haru and Haruaki are now suspicious, and so he immediately ambushed us and beat us to a pulp. And now we're here. We're tied up somewhere, along with Haru, I would think. And so yeah, what happens next, I'm not entirely sure. We're not dead, which is good. And we've already had the feast, so they can't vote us off. I guess we'll find out what happens next. Are we going to be able to slip out of here due to some wolf shenanigans? I don't know. But even if we can, would we be able to kill someone in our state? I guess we'll have to see. But we are still alive, and being alive is necessary for anything else to happen. So we're not at a bad end just yet. Let's see where this takes us, if we can get ourselves out of this situation. Before I knew it, it was dark. I seemed to be in the prefab. In the end, I didn't know what was what, so I'd probably lost consciousness. The wolf outfit was right next to me. Time for work, huh? I could move, somehow. A bit of wiggling around, and I felt something fall off of me. The rope tied around me had been torn and undone. Moving around caused me pain so immense that I couldn't even moan anymore. Even thinking was a challenge. I couldn't do anything like this. The clothing was right there, but I couldn't wear it, get up, or walk. Oh. They'd beat me to a pulp to see whether someone would die with me like this. So, there wasn't any need to remove the limbs, huh? A good beating was more than enough to incapacitate a person for the night. They'd probably done the same to Haru-chan. I was really hoping they wouldn't, but maybe. We were checkmated. Oh well. This was just a careless mistake. Those sort of happen. I just wouldn't give Haru-chan the flashlight next time. She could have easily gotten this far without it.
それは違いますぞ、悪党殿。
Hello. I heard a voice right next to me. Fighting the pain, I turned to the source and saw her wearing that weird outfit.
この娘があれを送られて、内心どれほど喜んだか、ご存じないか。そも、女子とは貢ぎ物を喜ぶ生き物であろう。
Two things come to mind right now. Well, considering she's here, presumably she's not so wounded that she's incapacitated, which is good. Or maybe this is just the god wielding supernatural powers to make her move, which would be quite something. And second thought, I remember, I think we talked about this at the time. We I don't know if we made a little joke basically saying, well, we know how to get straight to Haru's heart. It's just give her one gift. Yeah, I think we said that at the time, which is, I don't know how to think of that. Should that be sad? Should that be sad that all it takes is a single gift? What does that say about her in this situation? That just a little bit of generosity is all it took to make her that happy. I don't know. Huh.
あれもなくば悪党殿は未だ他人行儀に呼ばれておるであろうよ。
じゃあ
It was a hoarse voice. They must have heard her throat. Her voice is hoarse?
じゃあ次は消えてなくなるものでも送りますよ。スイーツとか。
無理じゃ無理。貴様は十二分に疑われ、何かきっかけがあればこうなるのが当然であった。
I mean, yeah, you could, it would do you no good. Interesting. You could still give her the flashlight, but then tell her to hide it somewhere specific. Not in any of our rooms, because they were searching the rooms, right? So tell her to hide it somewhere outside or something, you know? But then we keep getting back to, you know how they've said in the past that Haruaki he doesn't have complete memories of every loop, right? The issue is they keep it vague enough where he seems to remember the important stuff, but not the minor stuff, so I don't know how to always interpret that in terms of, oh, he'll just go back, loop, and do something different. It's like, will he remember that, you know? His words just recently here seem to suggest that. I mean, presumably... Yeah, but presumably... Yeah, I'll just bring her to... So, he's saying, essentially, that he's going to remember to do this, to bring her snacks, instead of giving her the flashlight. So, I mean, that's something specific. I just wish they were a bit more clear on exactly what it is he remembers and what he doesn't from loop to loop. But they're probably not gonna specify.
薄汚い狼の皮から抜け落ちた毛一本が出ても、貴様は同じ目に遭うておったわ。
A single hair, huh?
幾度目か落ちて、ご存知であろう？人は同じように動くもの。定めなどと無粋は申しませぬがの。同じことが起きれば同じように振る舞う。人とは存外からくりじみた代物じゃ。
She had a point. A different situation would cause a different reaction. That was natural. On the other hand, a similar situation would cause similar reactions.
それじゃあ神様は僕がここで死ぬのは不可避だってそう言いたいんですか？
おやおやおやおやおや、我は別に貴様が死ぬなどとは申しておりませぬがの、悪党殿。
Okay, she said it several times now, but each time it reminds me that oya oya oya. It reminds me of Bondrude, if anyone's in the know on that guy. It's just funny to hear that a few times.
参りましょうぞ、霧の山里へ。
I beg your pardon?
これが最後の仰せじゃ。
A tryst, you say? I took her hand and, strangely enough, managed to stand up. She got me in the wolf's clothing. Some water all over it, and the murderer was assembled. She then took me by the hand and led me to the darkness and mist.
どうして僕は生きてるんでしょうか？あと はるちゃんはどうして無事だったのか。
無事？殴る蹴るはされましたぞ。ただ貴様よりは悪辣に見えなんだ。それだけの違いでしょうな。
Huh.
まあそうか。あれだけ善人面をして正面切って嘘をつきまくったんだから。
貴様と娘が生きておられるのはのう、
Aha.
貴様を放って死なせれば汚れを浮くのではと懸念されたからじゃ。
Like, we had talked about this at the beginning and at last episode I mentioned. I mean, if we're able to kill one person, well, okay, here's the thing. If we kill a person, then tomorrow, would they just kill us even with the risk of corruption? Because I have to remember the end of Wit, the end of the Wit route, where Chiemi and Mochi just went crazy, right? So we can't take it for granted that they're gonna play by the rules. It's not like we can just kill someone tonight and then tomorrow they just say, "Oh, well, you guys get a vote. We're okay with that now." So, yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get out of the situation actually. I guess we could try and kill Yoshitsugu, just to try and take away the, he's the most, physically aggressive of the bunch that are left. And so, I don't know, let's see.
それは誰が言い出したんです？
Probably Rokako?
この娘をついておるものじゃ。
Say what now?
モッチーか。
Oh, I forgot about Mochi. For some reason, I was thinking of Rokako, Mamiya, and Yoshitsugu. I completely... How in the world had I forgotten about Mochi? Crazy. He'd probably said that just to keep her alive a bit longer.
さて、誰を殺しますかの？
オリベ、義継を。
Yeah, I had the same thought. Do we have the same reasoning? What are you thinking, Haruaki?
カラスのカゴ車か。
彼を生かすと野里清之助が人だってのがバレますから。
I see. I think that is the more logical reasoning. Good work, Haruaki.
よい、よい。悪党殿はそうやってこの後に及んでも悪あがきをなさるがお似合いじゃ。
ひどい言い草だ。そんなに人間が滑稽ですか？
獣は皆必死に気高を生きる。その様はすべて我が目には愛おしゅう映りまする。
Beasts, huh? Yeah. I really was an insane villain. A wolf. Then, I would just struggle until the very end. I killed Yoshitsugu Oribe. I'd mustered some fighting spirit and hatred for what he'd done to me. I hit on the head, another one, another one, another one. Once I was done, Haru-chan applauded. That wasn't because I was doing the right thing from the perspective of the real story. The applause was directed at me as a person. It almost made me cry again. I'd been thrown into such an awful situation and become one of the worst human beings imaginable. Yet, I still had someone who acknowledged and accepted me. I had God. I appreciated that she was here. I was lying on some grass, looking up at the milky darkness. Strangely enough, there were no beasts here in the graveyard near the hanging pine.
気張られましたな、悪党殿。いいや、春秋殿。
Ooh. What is this acknowledgement here? It had to be because of her.
悪党で結構ですよ。とにかくこれでなんとかなった。明日僕らは正体を表す。
And it's going to be 3v3 and well, 3v it depends on if Mochi's a swing vote or not. And then it'll be 4v2. But I don't know. Would Mochi just side with us because of Haru? That would be pretty wacky.
そしてメイコを味方につけ勝利する。
See, that's the thing. I'm not sure they would accept that. The humans, I mean.
そして霧が晴れたらどうなされ。
I considered giving a vague response, but I knew it was pointless with her.
はるちゃんを連れてここを出ますよ。
貴様はつくづく面白いお方であらせられるの。
何がですか？
神内明神が貴様を逃がすとお思いか？
神内明神がですか？もう一つの神とかじゃなく。
そうじゃ。よもやかの神を侮るなど慢心なすったか？
いいえ、僕は神内明神の手の内にあるのですが、例外のつもりでいた。
そう決め込むには貴様はこの地へ落ち返しすぎたのではあらせられまいか？
僕はルールは自分で決められるので。
そうでございましたな。まあでは蛇の差し金どもをどうにかするだけかもしれませぬな。
Snake's dogs.
そりゃめんどくさそうだ。それでもやりますよ。
この娘のためかや？それとも我のためかや？
あなたもはるちゃんも外を連れ回すのは楽しそうだ。
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, sounds like a, you know, road trip. You guys will go on a road trip. It'll be Haru, Haruaki, and the god off on wacky adventures. Sounds good to me.
やはり貴様は悪党であらすの。幾人の女子が泣いたことじゃろうな。
At least 3, maybe, I'd say. Maybe around 3.
おう、これはこれは。
Because we got his original girlfriend, then we got Chemi, then we got Rakako. So, 3 so far. I wondered what she'd meant by that, but then I'd realized that I'd been had again. Telepathy was some messed up shit.
プライバシーの侵害ですよ、スケベな神様。
つくづく失礼なお方よ。 して、明日はどうなさるおつもりじゃ？
僕とあなたじゃないハルちゃんで狼であることを明かします。最初の時安永くんがしたように。
Two issues with the plan. One is what I've already described, where we're expecting the humans to just, be okay with that and then lie down and take it, essentially. And then the second issue that I'm saying now is we're expecting Mako to act rationally and actually be the Badger, which they've drawn so much attention to Mako and her reactions to, like, being so... she seems to be targeting Fusaishi, Haruaki. So what... they keep making me think there's something else going on here, so I'm not sure we could rely on Mako to be on our side here. So, two things. Basically, two major obstacles I see to this plan.
それでメイコを味方につける。
Mako's anger was probably the kind you direct at someone close to you. It was just a bit too strong. Like the real story said, she believed that the wolves were good and humans were evil. It wasn't born out of Yasumizu's madness, but of childish purity. Thus, she assumed that Rokako-san and I were evil and felt betrayed. If I revealed that I was a wolf, she'd gladly join me, most likely. With that, we'd have 3 votes and wouldn't be lynchable anymore. There was a chance that it could turn physical then, but I'd just neutralized Yoshitsugu-kun, the one most likely to do it. Yeah, that was my thought. Our victory was certain. Oh, I don't like statements like that.
それはうまくいきませんぞ。
Yeah.
わかるんですか？
わかる。
What? What is this? A choice right here, huh? So, presumably, persistent victory is to go along with the plan as described just now by Haruaki, and what should we do would be to dismiss that plan? Well, the game has told us to go ahead and, take the bad ends. Don't be afraid of them. So I feel like I should do persistent victory first, because I feel like that's going to give us a bad end. And then we could come back and do what should we do. Let's do that.
それでも僕は最後まで僕の決めたやり方で勝ちに行きますよ。
そうか。人というのは死にたがりであらすのう。定められし命の者どものうち、人だけが死にたがる。
子供のために死ぬ動物だっていますよ。
神のごとく抗えぬ定めに操られて、ただ死を選ぶのみ。わけもわからず、ただ死を欲して死ぬのみじゃろう。
Well, it's not really that much fun if you just go out and tell me that.
じゃが、人は時に望みもせぬ、避けられる死を危機として受け取りなさろう。ちょうど今の貴様のように。
God, I would prefer if you kept the spoilers to yourself, okay?
じゃからこそ、愛おしゅう思いまする。のう、悪党殿。承知いたした。貴様が亡きにせられ、また落ちて、その時の我が再びお迎えするを、浮世の慰みに生きるといたしまする。
She was merely referencing my own preserved memories. It wasn't like she retained them the way I do. Then again, I wasn't confident if I preserved my own will, or rather, the continuity of my soul between loops. That's a topic I'd rather not delve into, Haruaki. Don't make me think about this. As long as Yasumizu or Fujiyoshi was around, she would continue to exist. No, would even God disappear if I looped back? It was okay. My death wasn't set in stone.
そうですな。そう思われるが一番じゃ。戻りますかの。
Yeah.
おや、あれは何じゃろう。
Huh? I instinctively looked away and felt a warm sensation on the back of my neck.
元気になられたか？
The pain in my body faded.
これはあなたが？
さあさあ、さあさあさあ、どうかな。不思議なこともあるものよ。
So we've got telepathy, we've got control of wild animals, or perhaps wild dogs specifically. We have possession. This is quite an array of powers here. You're not seeming all that weak as time goes on.
明日の守備も心得たれば、楽しき酔いもしまうが良き頃合いじゃ。さあらばこれにて、町のお方、犬どもが来るまでに戻られよ。
She faded into the mist. I felt a slight stickiness on my neck. It was, her tongue, or rather, her lips.
女の子にキスされて元気いっぱいって中高生か僕は。
Thus, I trivialized the situation and returned to the prefab. Alright, let's see how this goes. Well, I mean, the god pretty much spoiled what's going to happen, so it's probably just going to be a bad end. But, you know, maybe it'll be a fun bad end. Armed with an old hoe, I walked through the morning mist. I met with Haru-chan before the feast. She walked with me side by side, carrying a sickle. She understood what we were going to do without me even having to say it.
おはよう。
おはよう。
But by exchanging those words, we confirmed that we were human and evil. It was a declaration that we may have borrowed that impudent god's power to get this far, yet we were traveling down a path of villainy, not the road the god provided us. Yo, what's up?
これは。
Hey, Rikako. Hey, Mamiya. Good morning.
ねえ、縛ってたのに。そっか。やっぱ狼様っていたんだ。
Those words clearly indicated not at the wolves in the feast of the Yomi Purge. Whoa, I did not read that correctly. Those words clearly indicated not at the wolves in the feast of the Yomi Purge, but the paranormal entities who lent powers to them. Huh. I feel like this would make more sense if this "at" was gone. Those words were clearly indicated not... No, wait, maybe not at the wolves in the feast of... Okay, no, maybe it does make sense. Those words clearly indicated not at the wolves in the feast of the Yomi Purge, but the paranormal entities who lent power to them. For some reason, this was just awkward to me. I think I understand what they're saying, though. After all, we'd untied ourselves. After all, Yoshitsugu Oribe was dead. After all, we'd been heavily wounded, yet here we were wielding weapons.
ご明察。
A declaration of parting. Mako stared wide-eyed at us. Though she didn't understand, she could guess that that on our side of the invisible boundary between us were blood-stained wolves.
はるちゃん、どうぞ。
In the end, it was fitting
私たちが
that she should be the one to declare our
私たちが狼よ。
Oh! She's gonna try and convince Mako. No. Son of a gun. And it's gonna work too, because this is a bad end. Holy crap. Huh?
私たちが狼だったのよ。
そうです。私どもが安水を脅かした
Wow.
狼でした。
After all of that, this is how it goes. Well, I did say that Mako's unreliableness was going to be one of the two things that gets us here. I didn't imagine it would be quite like this. Uh-oh. Wait. This was... Oh! So that was it.
何言ってるの？狼は私たちだっていうの？それはこっちのセリフよ。薄汚い人間を皆殺しにするわ。
読み人は読みに返します。
Clever girls.
だからおいでメイコ。
メイコダメだ。こっちが本物だ。
The humans declared themselves to be the wolves. I never expected this strategy. Humans don't lie, so there would be no point in declaring oneself a wolf. This was a blind spot born from that belief. It was clear as day who the badger was this time, so I'd thought we could always get an extra vote. But in hindsight, the same applied to humans as well.
それならどうやって匠兄とか兄ちゃんとかヨシ君とか大きい人とかを殺したのか言ってごらんなさいよ。
This is not a good strategy, Haru. Haru-chan, realizing the situation, tried to counterattack. Unlike all our efforts so far, we were seeking proof not that we were innocent, but guilty.
そんなの興奮してて覚えてないわ。
We need to not be talking to them. We need to be talking to Mako.
そんないい加減な。
But the issue is... Oh man, there's a lot of issues actually. Indeed, it was bullshit. Anyone could tell who the real wolves were here, so long as they were an adult. A little girl who'd spent nearly the entire feast staring off into space, only speaking up to give her votes, couldn't possibly tell.
こっちだよ。メイコちゃん。
こっちよ。しつこいわね。こっちだってば。
Maybe we should... Well, she thinks the wolves are good. I was gonna say... Could we like, I don't know, fight them? I don't know. But the issue is, she said the wolves are good, so maybe if we do something bad, she wouldn't like that? I don't know.
メイコ、一緒にお歌を歌いましょう。ようやく話せるわ。メイコ、ようやくあなたの本当の味方だって最初からずっと言いたかった。
Yeah. They said they were wolves first, and we got this here. I'm gonna give 2 points to the humans right now, whereas we've kind of scored 0 points on convincing Mako.
いけない。メイコ。
早く きなさいよバカガキ。
Mako walked over to Rikako-san.
さあ表を取りましょうか。
すっごいすっごい、そんな方法があったなんてな。実は僕も狼だ。
あなたは猿でしょうに、一応は。
うん、そうだね。残念。でもまあ桔梗の振る舞いにより狼の味方したくなっちゃった。はるちゃんごめんね。あんま痛くないようにしてあげるから。発散はどうでもいいや。うん。でも今夜はるちゃんに殺されてみるのも面白いかもしれないな。というわけで投票は発散だ。
間宮さんに。
うさいし春秋様に。
ふさゆきさんに。最後までうさつきお手遊び。
じゃあ間宮さんに。いやー、橋本雄大の入れ知恵ですかね。
残念ながらその通りよ。言ってみればあなたに侮られることができたってことが私の手柄かしら。
はるちゃんどうしよう。暴れる？
春秋の気の済むようにする。
一応こっちも準備はしてるけど。
Hisako Mamiya, Rikako Uematsu, and Shikamochi Kamoshida all took out sharp objects they were hiding and pointed them right at us.
ただあなたはそういうキャラじゃない。
ジャーナリストの勘ですか。
女の勘よ。ダメ男を察知するね。
She had us beat. I threw aside my weapon. What happened next was hardly worth talking about. I was hanged and died. Did God see this future? Well, yeah, Haruaki. I'm gonna say probably yeah. Then how had she planned to avoid this? That question seemed to fade into the mist along with my consciousness. Huh. I'll be honest, I kind of wanted to see a bit more there. Like, they could have confronted us and tried to, I don't know, interrogate us and ask why we did it. But I guess they didn't, because Haruaki said it wasn't worth talking about, so... Give me the hint corner.
おお、やっちまったな大将。しかしここはむしろ間宮久子にグッジョブと言うべきか。
Or Yudai Hashimoto, since he was the one who gave her the idea.
展開自体はややトリッキー。ヒントでしっかり状況を把握してくれな。
Alright, I'm paying close attention. Tell me, Sheep.
今回のバッドエンド26、題してまさかの無知な裏切りで死刑についてだが。
I gotta say though, probably my favorite bad end so far. That was pretty dang good.
一応本編で手に入るバッドエンドは
What?
数字の上では今回で最後になるぜ。
I beg your pardon?
つってもこれが手に入るようになる段階じゃまだまだ歯抜けが多いはずだから、逐一埋める派の大将は心配しねえでくれ。
Have I missed a bunch? Many of them. Huh. Wait, exactly how did he say that? Numerically, this is the final bad end. I know that there are other places we still need to check. Even in Wit, there are some choices we still haven't made yet. Maybe there are more branches and more bad ends that way.
クリア後に頭から埋めていった大将はお疲れさんだったな。あんまり多くて大変だったろう。さて 内容だが、間宮久子の一計によって見事に投票数で負けた形になる。これをひっくり返すには、まあ神様に腹があるみてえだから一丁任せてみたらどうだ。
Well, that's not very complicated. You said I had to pay attention.
6. 暗黒の9. 神に答えよで、もう一つの選択肢を選んでくれよな。つうわけで今回はここまで。あ、忘れてた。あと一つのバッドエンドスペースはどうやって埋めるのかって思った？
Want to know how to fill in that last bad end spot? I don't. What are you? I don't know what you're referring to, sheep. What last bad end spot? I've not been paying attention to the amount of bad ends thus far.
他のエンドを全部埋めたりすると、ひょっとしたらなんか出てくるかもな。
Okay. Gotcha.
ただのおまけだ。あんま期待しねえで、いよいよ佳境を迎える本編に期待してくれよな。
Climax of the main story. Oh boy. Okay, so basically get every ending. All bad ends, all regular ends. That's what you're telling me, right? I mean, that sounds fair enough. I'd probably do that anyway.
そんじゃま改めて、次も元気に死んでこい。
Well, alright.
そういう夢だったってわけだ。次はもっとうまくやれ。羊が1匹、羊が2匹。
Do. Well, to not keep you in suspense, I think, yeah, we're gonna call it here because Mr. Sheep Guy. Well, I mean, I'm coming up on time anyway, but he just said that the final. Sorry, excuse me, God. Mr. Sheep just told us that the final. Or not the final, the climax of the main story is happening next time. Oh boy, should I pop some popcorn or something? I'm nervous. I'm excited. Okay? I guess we have that to look forward to next time. So I hope to see you for that. I've been the Warm. This has been Raging Loop. Bye bye.